Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I often note I'm going to circle back. I hate to disappoint conservative Twitter, but I am going to circle back on a number of things, as we often do directly. I'll circle back, circle back. I hate to disappoint you. Circle back, circle back. That's an excellent question. Circle back, circle back. I hate to disappoint you, but we will venture to circle back with all of you.
Taking cocaine or not, what do you think?
This is such a good question. I have not had the opportunity to dig into that. I'll circle back.
Circling back. Well, that was Jen Psaki, I think is how you pronounce her last name. She was President Joe Biden's first press secretary, and she's largely credited with getting the phrase circling back into our vernacular. Because if someone asked her a question and she didn't have an answer for them, she would just say, well, I've got to circle back to you on that one. Yeah, which in the old days we would have said, gee, it's an interesting question. I don't know. I'm going to have to research it and get back to you. And then hope they forget about it. But anyway, circling back is something that not only would a press secretary need to do, but sometimes we Christians need to do it. It was either Arnold Palmer or Jack Nicklaus, so the two legends in golf. One of them, I was told several years ago, was asked, why do you go back to the pro who taught you the game? And whichever one it was, Nicklaus or Palmer, said, well, to go over the basics. Make sure my stance is right. Make sure my follow-through is right. And all the things that go into golfing. Well, as Christians, sometimes we need to circle back. I was teaching a Bible class once years ago, and in the class was a lady old enough to be my mother, and she had been baptized before I was born. But yet she was asking a lot of questions that I thought were very basic and that new Christians would be asking, but someone who'd been a Christian at that point over 40 years should know the answer to. So I figured, okay, if she's asking these questions, there's others who have the same questions. And we just went through a period here. We had 4 baptisms in 1 week. So we have some new people. We've got some other people that are considering membership here, and we need to talk about it. So I've thought I'm going to do this series about circling back. Going to go back in the first 3 lessons and look at the Bible. What's it all about? Why do we believe the Bible? What's its purpose? And we're going to look at baptism. And what's its purpose? And is it sprinkling, pouring, immersion? Does it matter? Do I do it at salvation? Do I do it after salvation? We're going to look at the church. What's the church? Is there more than one? Did God authorize more than one? And we're going to be doing those through this series through probably most of the rest of 2024. And in the first lesson, we're going to be looking at what's the Bible's purpose. So get your Bibles and pull up a chair, and we'll get into that first lesson here momentarily. Don't forget to hit that subscribe bar and then the notification bell when it comes up, so you can be notified when content gets added to the channel. And remember to comment on these videos, like them, share them, and give them a thumbs up. If you really like them, that seems to help the algorithms too. All set? All right, in the next video, we'll be looking at what is the purpose of the Bible. Stay tuned.